Good afternoon or evening.
How's it going? It's 5 a.m. here. How are you?
It is 4 a.m. here, and I'm bored as fuck.
It's fair.
So, so what are you about? I mean, I would assume that you're not really up to conversation like you just had.
Depends on what you. I don't know. Depends on what you want. This is my
Oh,
entitlement. This is
I
my
don't know.
stream. This is what I do all the time here. Is this kind of stuff? These kinds of conversations over and over again.
Okay. Why is Twitch so crazy?
What's crazy about Twitch?
Um, Insular, parochial, um, paranoid, and I think those are three words I can think of right now.
Parochial, you said?
Yeah.
What do you mean when you say parochial? I don't know the relationship.
Um,
My understanding of parochial has to do with like religion, parishes. How do you mean it?
yeah. Yeah, like a parish, a tribe. Tribal might be another way to say the same
Okay,
thing.
sure. All right, that
It's
makes.
very difficult. It's very difficult. I'm sort of new to Twitch, although I've been a member for a long time. I've never used it that much other than to watch some gamers play and to get tips from them. But actually participating, have not done a great deal of that. And I've been trying to talk to people on the left and the right, and both sides seem equally crazy to me.
What seems crazy?
Like the guy you were talking to, buttoned down, afraid to open up, resistant, closed off, not willing to engage. Those kinds of characteristics seem to me to be a lot of those people.
Do you have any like examples from like what's like a time that like a right winger's been like unwilling to engage, and then like a
Well,
left winger also unwilling to engage? Like, what can you give me a couple?
oh, okay, sure. I tried talking to Tree of Logic here.
I'm so sorry. That was a bad
No,
choice.
no, I want to. No, but I want to engage with her. I'd like to. And she was having a stream, and she mentioned something about cops don't harm you if you just comply, and I disagreed with that,
Sure.
and of course got almost instantly banned. That's what I would talk about.
Do you?
But yeah.
I'm sorry. Do you have like a lefty version?
Yeah, I can't remember the names, but I got engaged with some people that are anarchists, and I don't think anarchism is a coherent political system. So I brought up several criticisms, and they were not able to understand the criticism, not able to understand reasoning, and I think got embarrassed and eventually kicked and booted me. And there are people that seem to think I'm some sort of a troll, but today, I think troll today is somebody that I disagree with. It doesn't mean what it actually means or used to mean. It just means those who are not of our tribe. See, I'm used to debating people far more extreme than anybody here. I've debated flat earthers, creationists. I've debated alt-righters, actually flat out Nazis, flat out ethno-nationalists on Discord. I can handle them. I can handle them. And I have a sort of a home place that I go to on Discord where we just hang and we will discuss various issues, typically philosophical issues. And it doesn't seem to me that a lot of the people on Twitch or the larger world of Twitter and all those things are really equipped to handle discussions and nor are they willing to engage in discussions where their own ideas might get challenged.
Okay, I can understand that a little bit. What's
That's my point. It's my point of view at this time. I'm sorry for interrupting.
No, it's okay. I'm now curious. I describe myself as some sort of anarchist. What's your give me a contention? I'm curious.
It simply doesn't work because people just don't work that way.
What's that way?
People don't self-organize without there being formal structures that have been enacted, right, to organize people into groups and to ensure things like rights and freedoms. Those rights and freedoms have to be ensured by some sort of hierarchy, some sort of force or power that necessarily isn't going to simply spring into being out of nothing. People have to organize, they have to form governments to ensure the freedoms that people value. Okay?
I'm sorry, I'm just processing, taking it in, thinking about it.
Okay.
Do you think that anarchists think there should be like no hierarchies?
That's what the word means.
Do you think like an anarchist would argue that like a parent has no authority over a child?
Probably not, no.
That's like a hierarchy, right?
Yes, it is.
So like there are some hierarchies that you think that like some anarchists would engage in, right?
Yeah.
Like
Family
like a
family
co-op.
hierarchies.
Or okay, family, but like let's say like like maybe like a co-op, like a working co-op, right? Like there's still hierarchies in a co-op, right?
I've never lived in one. So
I mean like a
wouldn't
work
know.
co-op, but like sure, but so like if all of the workers have like here's what I mean. Let's say we start a project together, right? And in this project, they require some level of like managerial services, right? If the people like vote for like a manager, do you think that's a hierarchy that anarchists would reject?
I don't know. I assume you're going to say they wouldn't.
I mean, you have like a big contention with anarchism, so I was curious what your understanding of it was. Have you read any anarchist theory?
No.
Okay. It's a little more complex than just like nothing. Like you know, no hierarchies anywhere, or you know, you can't tell me what to do ever. Like it's usually a little more complex than that. Chomsky's an anarchist. He's super centrist. That's an interesting sentence.
Yeah, Chomsky is not a centrist by any fair assessment of political. No, he's very much not a centrist.
Okay. Me?
The problem is when it comes to social institutions is getting people to work together towards a common goal, towards a collective goal or something, and it might work at the familial level or maybe at a slightly larger level, but once you get much larger than that, it simply doesn't, because people just will not do what you want them to. They will do something else.
don't think I agree, but like do you think so you're saying they don't work together unless you force them to? Because like this is implying that like think that we work together now because the state forces us to, right?
No, I don't know what you mean by that. I think people generally will pursue their own self-interest unless they are given some reasons for alternate courses of action. So, and typically, so if it's like we're going to build a factory and we're going to make automobiles, you're not going to always get people to do that. You have to give them a reason to.
What reason should they have?
What seems to really work is money.
So just because it exists, we're arguing that's what works?
Money seems to be a very good motivation.
So the threat of like death and starvation and homelessness is like how we do things?
No, I said money.
Well, that's what money is. Money is not dying.
Money isn't. No, it's not. Money
yeah,
isn't
it
death.
is. Money is not dying. Money is like it's like the option to not die.
That's not what money is.
Are you
You're
kidding
being
me?
hyperbolic.
I'm not being hyperbolic. What do you do if you don't have a job? How do you exist?
You can do a lot of things.
Okay,
But
for how
money-
long? You don't have if you can't buy an apartment or a house or like you can't buy your food. So maybe you can grow some of it and maybe that can help for a little bit, but how are you going to get the seeds to grow things in the first place? Like I don't know.
Yeah.
Money is totally like not dying. That's what it is. This is like
No.
like when you lose your job, the fear is that you're not going to be able to buy like you're not going to be able to afford your apartment and your taxes and your bills and your food and like pay for maybe if you have kids, you can't buy their food or like their school like money is not dying. That's what it is. Money.
No, you're wrong. Money is a medium. Listen. Money is a medium of exchange.
Do you think I'm arguing that it's not a medium of exchange?
That's what you were saying. Yeah, you're saying
No, it's a medium of
death.
exchange, but at the same time, you need it to survive.
Yeah.
Okay, and without it, what happens to you?
Well, you can do a lot of things. You can go off and live on your own.
You think that's real? You just go off and live in the woods if you don't get a job?
I'm not getting how this has anything to do with what I was saying. That money is a medium for exchange. That is a good motivator for people to.
Why is
get
it a good
together.
motivator?
Because people like the ability
To not die. Yeah, I agree.
No, the choice to do things.
The choice
gives
to
people-
do things.
Yeah, money gives people the option to do things, right?
Why do
better-
poor people work like 2 or 3 part-time jobs at shitty places? Do you think it's to really get like the choice to do things? Is that why people work like 3 jobs?
Yeah, so they can do things. Yes.
So they can choose not to
That's
die, right?
why. No, you're
You really
being.
do you really
hyperbolic.
think that the reason that people work like 3 jobs is so that they have like the choice to like go spend their money like how they want? No, of course not. People working 3 jobs aren't doing it for the excess. No one working 3 jobs is doing it for the excess.
Sure, they are. They're doing it because they get paid in money, which is a representation of their labor, and that they can exchange that money for goods that they want. Right? It's better than getting paid.
Why
in
are you
chicken,
not engaging
right?
with me? I'm really curious.
am.
No, you're really not.
engaging.
No, you're like you keep repeating yourself, but you're like not engaging with what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know, because I don't think that what you're saying is.
I'm sorry. No.
relevant to what I
Let's
was
go
saying.
very hyper specific for a second. If you work 3 jobs right now, you think that you are spending that money on like goods, on like excess? Or are you spending that almost like completely on the necessities to survive if you're working 3 jobs?
You will have a certain amount left over for
I'm
things
sorry.
like
No.
entertainment.
Stop it. Stop it right now. Do you think someone working 3 jobs is working those 3 jobs for the excess?
They're working because they need to work those 3 jobs or 2 jobs in order to pay rent, pay for food, and have a little bit left over, for the things that they want. Right.
What percentage of Americans live paycheck to paycheck?
Quite a lot.
Okay, most of these people are working more than 1 job. They don't have money for excess. They work paycheck to paycheck.
Sure they do. They have cell phones. They have.
You think cell
entertainment.
phones are excess right now?
Yeah.
I wish I lived in your fantasy. Oh, it's beautiful. I wish.
It's not a fantasy.
Yes, it is. It's
People-
100% a fantasy. It's hilarious how fantastical it is.
You
And you're
don't have
refusing
to
to
have
engage
a
in my
cell phone.
conversation. It's hilarious.
I am engaging. You don't absolutely have to have a cell phone to live.
You're right. You don't have to have a cell phone to live, but you have to have a cell phone to exist in our society today.
No, you don't.
Do you think you like need a phone in general, like in life?
Yeah, it's necessary. Yeah. It doesn't have to be a cell phone, and it doesn't have to be a smartphone. It could be a track phone or a landline.
Okay. Yeah.
If that's true.
Yeah.
You
Definitely.
don't have to have those
Yep.
things.
You don't. You're right. You don't have to.
And people who work multiple jobs do also purchase leisure activities for themselves. They don't have a lot. They
Yeah,
should
of
have
course.
more,
Of
right?
course, you
I think-
purchase some leisure activities. Of course you do. Of course,
Exactly.
you can't expect no
That's
one's
what I
gonna
was
exist in
saying.
society just to like no one. No, like yeah, of course, like you're like
Exactly.
not
That's
a
what
real
I was
person. You're
saying.
actually like I think if I believed in IQ, I think you have like a sub 50 IQ. I don't know like what's your problem. It's actually like really painful. Like you are so
painful?
frustratingly like defensive, and it's really frustrating. Like
I'm
I know
not
I said
defensive at all.
Yes,
I'm
you are.
completely
You are
open.
refusing to engage in my conversation. You have like I agreed completely with your idea of like, yeah, sure, money is like exchanging for goods and services, all that. Yeah, like money is a form of exchange. Yeah, sure. You clearly, the thing that I was getting at was never that like I thought that money wasn't like an exchange of goods and services or anything like it's not like a representation of like that exchange. I
was
never,
the
and I even
question.
agree with it. I even agree with it. Hold on, shut the fuck up for half a second. I even agree with it. But what I was getting at was that in society right now, most people that work to survive. This is the main goal, is survival right now. Like when you work, most people, like the people that work 3 jobs, do not do it for the excess. They don't take on that 3rd job for the excess. They take it on because they need to. And yes, they will have some left over because if like you have some left over when you're paying your bills, like when you're budgeting this shit out like this,
Sure.
like you're gonna
They
have some
have-
left over because you have to make sure you meet your needs, and then
Yeah.
of course there'll be probably some level of thing left over. I'm never arguing that you're not gonna have that thing left over, but the reason that someone works 3 jobs instead of 2 is to survive. No one is doing it to have oh man, if I take this 3rd job, I'll finally be able to get that cruise. No, that's not how this fucking works.
Well, people work in addition to survive. They work in addition to also be able to afford leisure activities. The richer you are,
You're
the more
disengaging
you can
again.
afford
What the fuck is wrong with you? Are you actually stupid? Are you like what's wrong with your brain? You refuse to engage with what I say.
I'm just not agreeing with
No,
you.
you're not. You're
which
not
you
agreeing.
seem
No, it's
to
not about not
equate-
agreeing. No. Shut the fuck up. It's not about not agreeing with me or agreeing with me. You are disengaging from what I'm saying.
I wasn't talking when you asked me to shut up.
Why are you disengaging from what I'm saying?
I'm not agreeing.
No,
with
no,
you.
no, you're
I
not
do
disagreeing.
agree.
You're disengaging. I am very specifically setting up a scenario. Hey, look, there are a lot of people who work 3 jobs. They work 3 jobs to survive. And you say, yeah, but
Yes.
some people work for the leisure. You are disengaging from what I'm
No,
saying by
I
trying to
didn't-
deflect into something else.
That's
Why?
false.
Why are you so fucking
That's
stupid?
not what I said. I never said that they work for the leisure. I never said that.
I'm sorry. Can someone
said
clip it? No. Wait, no. Shut the fuck up. Can someone clip it?
I said that in addition to working to survive, they are also able to, in a small part, to afford some leisure activities. Not much. People have.
And I've agreed with this multiple
people
times,
have
and you're
cable.
still disengaging from what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm not getting the point.
It's clear.
People,
No, definitely.
People work for multiple reasons. You asked me what motivates people to do things, and I said it's money, because it enables them to get things.
I
that
love
they
all the
want.
choices I have with all my money. Oh man, I love it. I love that like 90% of my money goes all directly to needing to survive. You're right. All of my work. Oh, it's my work. My work is for the leisure. You're so right. How'd your brain get so
Well, you
big?
have to-
How'd your
well,
brain
this-
get so big?
this
I'm really
right now-
curious. What'd you do to get your brain so big?
This right now is.
This
a
is it.
leisure
This is how you.
activity.
This is leisure.
Yeah.
No, this is my fucking job.
Do you make enough? Do you make money to pay rent with this?
Yeah, but I'm literally streaming right now so that I can pay my rent next month because I don't have a job.
Okay.
Yes, this is my job.
So this you have 1 month. We have 1 month experience with streaming as a full-time occupation.
Sure. Why not?
Well, I don't know. I'm just asking.
I've had a job before. I don't have a job right now. So this is my job. Yeah. This has been supplemental.
Okay.
This has been supplemental income for a little bit. I did it because it was fun and because I thought it was something that I could be good at and because I thought it was something that I could transition into like an actual full-time job. But like right now,
Sure.
I'm using it
That's
as like my
great.
full-time job. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that's great. So do you take time to do things for leisure reasons? To just game or to just
Yeah,
kick back
absolutely.
and-
Of
and-
course I do leisure things.
Yeah. And that is bought, and you buy that leisure time by your job here, streaming.
Again, I've never disagreed with this. You were just refusing to
Well,
engage
well,
with me. It's really frustrating. You really,
that's
really
great.
are.
We're in agreement.
Yeah, no,
We're in
because
agreement.
I've been in
That's
agreement
great.
with this the whole time. I've been agreeing with this part the whole time. But you continue to
Yeah,
disengage from my
yeah.
conversation about the people. The reason that most people work jobs in
No.
society isn't because money gives them the choice to do things. It's because money gives them the option to fucking not die.
Yeah, but that wasn't the argument.
It
before.
was.
That
This has
I
been the
was
argument
just-
the whole time. Are you fucking shitting me?
No, it hasn't been. The point
Alright,
was
alright.
that money affords people the flexibility to do the things that they wish to do, and that.
I can't. I'm sorry. We're not doing that. That's too many bad faith memes in a row.